Hey, it's Pastor Cal.
Here's a jab.
Cheers! Thank you!
And Dr. Pepper. Let's talk about sex. You are, from this moment, engaged.
I think I'm tearing up.
This is Married at First Sight Relationship Rewind. Each week, Dr. Pepper and I watch a clip from the latest episode of Married at First Sight. And we're going to give you our honest, no BS reaction.
This will be the very first time that we're seeing this footage.
And we're about to see Airris having a conversation with Jasmine's mom.
Oh, let's watch it.
I know, right?
So, the relationship in general, how are you feeling about that?
It's going okay. It could be better. I mean, I feel like that's marriage in general. You know, like you should.
Well, and see, but like that's marriage in general. He has this vision of marriage that is somehow devitalized.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Told Dr. Pepper that she wants to have quote unquote deeper conversations, you know, and Dr. Pepper gave us like a whole bunch of questions to ask each other. They might be like, what is your favorite color? I might be like, man, blue's my favorite color because when I was in second grade, I seen the color blue, and every time I see blue.
So he's showing how he digs into a question and makes it bigger.
Yeah, but he has to understand how she communicates.
And I'm like, okay, Jasmine, what's your favorite color? Oh, it's pink.
Let's just stop right there. What we're dealing with here is that Jasmine does not feel valued. But she's saying, look, you haven't even shown the slightest amount of interest in me. I don't believe she feels safe enough around him to even go to that depth. But let's see.
Like you said, you wanted it deep. But you said that, I'm not taking words out of your mouth. You said for you to feel better in this situation.
So the question is, does she actually shut down now because she thinks there's nothing there for her? Or is she not used to how you sort of take the, layers of an onion off a question?
Yeah.
Pull certain things out of her.
Most of the time when you feeling like you holding something back, 9 times out of 10 she is.
Her mom, she knows her.
Yes, and she's saying that he's talking about something real.
And I told her, in order for you to teach someone how to make you happy, you got to know what makes you happy.
She is an incredibly giving person.
Oh, I was reminded of that,
such
too.
a giver.
She also shared with me that you guys said that y'all were going to have sex till decision day. When she shared that with me, I was just like, but what if tomorrow something happened? Like, something could happen over in a split second.
She understands the value of sexual intimacy.
Yes, she does.
And then there you have, missed out on an opportunity.
Hold it right there. It's a horrible approach.
It's a horrible approach. I agree. I think just taking sex off the table until after decision day is a way of not dealing with the real issue they have, which is, can they connect sexually as husband and wife?
Absolutely.
And there's no reason to take it off the table. Maybe it breaks down the walls. Sexuality produces all that oxytocin. See if that tool works.
Hey, you don't have to convince me. I'm a fan of oxytocin. Let's keep playing.
For me, I like connections, and a lot of times those connections come from like a shared interest.
You have shared interests. We match you for that reason, because you have shared interests.
But he's saying that's the kind of discussion he needs to get more deeply into her. But he could make that happen.
He can make it happen. The ball's in his court.
Right.
Because it would be like natural.
Wait, rewind that.
And it would be easier if like these things that I'm searching for were in play, because it would be like natural.
I don't buy it. I don't buy what he's saying. She's attracted to him. She wants him to simply just want her.
Well, I'm going to buy it for a moment here. On one sense, we've thought he's a player, and I'm not saying he hasn't been. But on the other hand, he could be kind of a sapiosexual, which is, you turn on to the other person's mind, feelings, experiences, etc. She's shut down. She's not giving him any of that. It's not going to help him get to the place he wants to go. If it's true, if what he's saying is true, that he needs something to build on.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you overthink, and I think she overthinks.
She's so good at trying to be supportive of both people in this marriage. And she's right on the overthinking.
You got to get out your head, get out of your comfort zone
That
to get you
is important.
Good advice.
That's called life and marriage.
She understands what it takes to make it work.
And she's being very generous to her son-in-law.
She really
She really
is.
is being very supportive.
She really is.
She's impressive.
She didn't seem to take any side there. She
No,
was
she's-
very objective.
She's great.
I believe that Jasmine, because she wants this and because she wants him, that's a great place to start in a marriage.
Yes, but he has got to give her more assurance that there's some desire for her.
Yeah, because she doesn't feel like she's getting anything out of the relationship.
And so she's shutting down, and it's,
Yeah.
you know, even though he's starting to look for a deeper kind of connection, what he's got to do is figure out a way to help get those things out of her by reassuring her that he values her,
Right.
so that he can start to know her in ways where he can see how much they do have in common.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for this Relationship Rewind.
We'll see you next time.